My top 50 horror movies right now. Black Christmas * 1974 is a pioneering slasher that masterfully builds suspense and dread. Bob Clark's direction uses the sorority house setting and eerie phone calls to create a chilling atmosphere that predates many horror classics. Olivia Hussey and Margot Kidder deliver standout performances, and the film's ambiguous ending leaves a lasting impact. Christine * 1983 is a thrilling adaptation of Stephen King's novel, directed by John Carpenter. The film brings to life the story of a possessed 1958 Plymouth Fury that turns a shy teenager into a dangerous menace. Carpenter expertly blends horror and dark humor, with the car itself becoming an unforgettable character. The film's atmospheric tension and the gradual transformation of its protagonist make Christine * a standout in 80s horror. It's a sleek, stylish ride that keeps you on edge from start to finish. Invasion of the Body Snatchers * 1956 is a classic sci-fi horror film that masterfully captures the paranoia of the era. The story follows a small-town doctor who uncovers a terrifying alien invasion where people are replaced by emotionless duplicates. The film's tension builds steadily, creating a gripping atmosphere of fear and mistrust. With its strong performances and chilling narrative, Invasion of the Body Snatchers remains a timeless exploration of identity, conformity, and the fear of the unknown. What can I say that hasn't already been said 1 million times about it, so I will just move on. Nightmare on Elm Street is a horror classic that revolutionized the genre with its terrifying blend of reality and nightmare. The film introduces the iconic Freddy Krueger. The inventive concept, eerie atmosphere, and unforgettable performances, especially by Robert Englund as Freddy, make this film a standout. With its unique scares and surreal visuals, A Nightmare on Elm Street remains a must-watch for horror fans and a defining moment in horror cinema. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre * 2003 is a gritty and intense remake that successfully brings the horror of the original. The film retains the relentless terror of the 1974 classic while amplifying the brutality and gore. The atmosphere is grim and claustrophobic, with a standout performance by Jessica Biel as the lead. While it lacks the raw, documentary-like feel of the original, this remake delivers on shock value and suspense, making it a solid and unsettling entry in the slasher genre. The Final Girls is a clever and heartfelt tribute to slasher films, blending horror and comedy in a refreshingly unique way. The movie follows a group of friends who are mysteriously transported into a 1980s slasher film. The meta-humor is sharp, playfully subverting genre tropes with its inventive premise, strong performances, and a perfect balance of horror and heart. The Final Girls is a must-watch for horror fans and anyone who loves a good genre twist. Have already talked about The Birds in the Hitchcock ranking, so I will move on. Evil Dead 2 is a horror comedy masterpiece that perfectly blends over-the-top gore with slapstick humor. The film follows Ash as he battles demonic forces in a remote cabin, delivering iconic scenes and unforgettable one-liners. The movie's inventive camera work, wild special effects, and Campbell's energetic performance make it a standout in the genre. Evil Dead 2 is a thrilling ride that's both terrifying and hilariously entertaining, solidifying its status as a cult classic. Saw is a gripping and brutal horror movie. The film follows two men trapped in a twisted game orchestrated by the sadistic Jigsaw Killer. With its intense atmosphere, clever plot twists, and moral dilemmas, Saw keeps viewers on edge from start to finish. The film's shocking ending and inventive traps set it apart, making it a landmark in modern horror. The Sixth Sense * is a hauntingly atmospheric horror that captivates with its chilling twist and emotional depth. The film features a standout performance by Haley Joel Osment as a boy who sees ghosts, and Bruce Willis as the troubled psychologist who tries to help him. The film's suspenseful storytelling and memorable twist ending make it a timeless classic in the genre. George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead is a landmark in zombie cinema, blending intense horror with sharp social commentary. Set in a mall during a zombie apocalypse, the film masterfully explores consumerism and survival, while delivering thrilling action and gore. Its innovative special effects and relentless pacing make it one of the best and most influential zombie films ever made. Day of the Dead * is a dark, claustrophobic continuation of Romero's zombie saga, offering a deeper exploration of human nature under siege. Set in an underground bunker, the film intensifies the horror with strong performances, especially by Laurie Cardill and Sherman Howard as the unforgettable Bub. Its bleak atmosphere and practical effects solidify it as a powerful and thought-provoking entry in the series. The Mist Asterisk is a tense, atmospheric horror film that follows a group of townspeople trapped in a supermarket by a mysterious, deadly mist. The escalating tension, strong ensemble cast, and a gut-wrenching ending make The Mist a memorable and harrowing experience that lingers long after the credits roll. Child's Play Asterisk is a clever and chilling horror film that introduces the iconic killer doll, Chucky. The film's dark humor as the possessed doll terrorizes a young boy and his family. Brad Dourif's voice performance as Chucky is unforgettable, making Child's Play a standout in 80s horror and a beloved cult classic. The Hitcher is a tense and relentless thriller that grips you from start to finish. Rutger Hauer delivers a chilling performance as the mysterious and sadistic hitchhiker who terrorizes a young driver, played by C. Thomas Howell. With its stark desert setting and unrelenting suspense, this film is a gripping and memorable ride through terror. Summer of '84 is a nostalgic yet chilling throwback to 80s horror, blending coming-of-age drama with a gripping murder mystery. The film follows a group of teens who suspect their neighbor is a serial killer, leading to a suspenseful and shocking finale. With its authentic 80s vibe and strong performances, Insidious is a spine-tingling horror film that expertly combines supernatural scares with a haunting atmosphere. The movie tells the story of a family battling evil spirits that target their comatose son. With its eerie visuals, unsettling score, and effective jump scares, Insidious revitalizes the haunted house genre with genuine frights. The Invisible Man is a smart and terrifying modern take on a classic horror story. The film masterfully blends psychological tension with intense horror, exploring themes of abuse and control. Its inventive use of invisibility and suspense makes it a standout thriller that keeps you on edge. The Conjuring is a masterfully crafted horror film that reignites the haunted house genre with its chilling atmosphere and compelling story. It follows paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren as they help a family tormented by a dark presence. With strong performances, particularly by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, and expertly built tension, The Conjuring is a modern horror classic. The Blob 1988 is a thrilling and gory remake that enhances the original's premise with stunning special effects and relentless action. The film features a deadly, shape-shifting mass that consumes everything in its path. With its fast pace, inventive kills, and practical effects, The Blob is a fun and thrilling horror experience that stands the test of time. Sinister Asterisk is a chilling horror film that expertly combines supernatural scares with a gripping mystery. The film follows a true crime writer who uncovers a series of disturbing home movies linked to an evil entity. With its unsettling atmosphere, eerie visuals, and a standout performance by Ethan Hawke, Sinister is a genuinely frightening experience that lingers long after the credits roll. Dr. Sleep is a worthy sequel to The Shining that skillfully blends Stephen King's supernatural storytelling with Mike Flanagan's haunting direction. Ewan McGregor delivers a strong performance as the grown-up Danny Torrance, battling his demons and a new, terrifying threat. The film honors its predecessor while carving out its own identity, offering a rich, atmospheric experience that's both thrilling and emotionally resonant. The Faculty is a fun and clever horror film that mixes teen drama with sci-fi thrills. The film follows a group of high school students who discover that their teachers are being taken over by aliens. With its sharp dialogue, solid ensemble cast, and a perfect blend of humor and suspense, The Faculty is a nostalgic and entertaining ride that holds up as a 90s cult classic. The Invisible Man, 1933, is a groundbreaking horror classic that showcases early special effects in a captivating way. The film brilliantly balances horror with dark humor as it tells the tale of a scientist who turns invisible and descends into madness. Its innovative visuals and gripping story make it a timeless gem in Universal's monster movie lineup. Trick or Treat Asterisk is a Halloween horror anthology that perfectly captures the spooky spirit of the holiday. The film weaves together several interconnected stories filled with memorable characters and darkly humorous twists. With its atmospheric setting, creative storytelling, and love for Halloween traditions, Trick or Treat has become a beloved cult favorite for horror fans. Fright Night is a delightful blend of horror and comedy that offers a fresh take on the vampire genre. The film follows a teenager who discovers that his new neighbor is a vampire. A perfect mix of scares and humor, Fright Night is a fun and enduring classic that remains a must-watch for horror fans. Tremors is a wildly entertaining creature feature that combines humor, action, and suspense in equal measure. The film follows a group of small-town residents who must battle underground monsters known as graboids. With its likable characters, witty dialogue, and thrilling practical effects, Tremors is a beloved cult classic that's as fun as it is thrilling. The Ring is a haunting and atmospheric horror film that successfully brings the Japanese classic Ringu to Western audiences. The film centers on a cursed videotape that brings death to anyone who watches it. With its unsettling visuals, eerie score, and Naomi Watts' compelling performance, The Ring delivers a slow-burning sense of dread that culminates in one of horror's most iconic scenes. Signs is a suspenseful and emotionally charged thriller that explores themes of faith and family in the face of the unknown. The film follows a former preacher who discovers crop circles on his farm as a global alien invasion unfolds. With its tense atmosphere, strong performances, and thought-provoking narrative, Signs is a standout film that offering both scares and a touching human story. Reanimator Asterisk is a wildly inventive and deliriously fun horror film that perfectly balances over-the-top gore with dark humor. This adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's story is a cult classic that pushes boundaries with its outrageous effects and unforgettable performance by Jeffrey Combs as the eccentric Dr. Herbert West. It's a brilliantly madcap ride that remains a pinnacle of 80s horror. The Dead Zone Asterisk is a haunting and emotionally powerful adaptation of Stephen King's novel, brought to life by David Cronenberg's expert direction and Christopher Walken's mesmerizing performance. The film's eerie atmosphere and compelling storyline about a man who gains psychic abilities after a coma make it a standout in both King's adaptations and Cronenberg's filmography. It's a thought-provoking and deeply affecting thriller that lingers long after the credits roll. Army of Darkness Asterisk is a genre-bending masterpiece that combines horror, comedy, and fantasy in a way only Sam Raimi can deliver. This third installment of the Evil Dead series takes Ash, played perfectly by Bruce Campbell, on a time-traveling adventure filled with witty one-liners, epic battles, and over-the-top effects. It's a cult classic that's endlessly entertaining and showcases Raimi's unique vision and Campbell's undeniable charisma. Groovy. Misery is an intense and brilliantly acted psychological thriller that stands as one of the best Stephen King adaptations. The film features Kathy Bates in an Oscar-winning performance as the terrifyingly obsessive fan Annie Wilkes, and James Caan as the captive author Paul Sheldon. The film's claustrophobic tension and sharp script make it a gripping experience from start to finish. Misery is a masterclass in suspense and character-driven horror. Asterisk It Follows is a modern horror masterpiece that redefines the genre with its original concept and relentless suspense. The film creates a sense of dread that lingers, with its eerie cinematography, unsettling score, and a simple yet terrifying premise of a relentless, shape-shifting entity. It Follows is a haunting and innovative film that breathes new life into the horror genre and leaves a lasting impact on its viewers. Pet Sematary is a chilling and deeply unsettling adaptation of Stephen King's novel that delves into the horrors of grief and loss. The film's eerie atmosphere and haunting visuals perfectly capture the dark themes of the source material. With standout performances and a story that taps into primal fears, Pet Sematary is a horror classic that remains one of the most disturbing and unforgettable King adaptations. Creep is a masterfully unsettling found-footage horror film that thrives on its simplicity and the unnerving performance of Mark Duplass. The film follows a videographer hired for a strange job that quickly spirals into a nightmarish encounter. The tension builds organically, with an atmosphere of increasing dread and unpredictability. Creep is a psychological horror gem that keeps you on edge, proving that less is often more in the genre. Terrifier 2 is a brutal, unrelenting, and incredibly inventive horror sequel that exceeds all expectations. This film doubles down on the gore and terror of its predecessor, with Art the Clown becoming even more terrifying and iconic. The practical effects are top-notch, and the film's relentless pace keeps you hooked from start to finish. Terrifier 2 is a blood-soaked masterpiece that pushes the boundaries of modern horror and solidifies its place in the genre. Jeepers Creepers is a thrilling and suspenseful horror film that introduces one of the most memorable monsters in modern cinema. The film's tense atmosphere and strong performances, particularly by Justin Long and Gina Phillips, make it a gripping ride from start to finish. The Creeper's unique design and relentless pursuit create an unforgettable sense of dread. Jeepers Creepers is a standout in early 2000s horror that continues to be a fan favorite. It ** 2017 is a stunning and terrifying adaptation of Stephen King's iconic novel, blending heartfelt coming-of-age drama with intense horror. The film features a stellar young cast and a chilling performance by Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise the Clown. With its perfect balance of scares, humor, and emotional depth, it is a modern horror classic that resonates with both fans of the book and new audiences alike. American Psycho * is a brilliantly twisted masterpiece that blends dark satire with psychological horror. It masterfully critiques 1980s corporate greed and superficiality through the chilling portrayal of Patrick Bateman, played to perfection by Christian Bale. The film's sharp script, stylish direction, and Bale's mesmerizing performance create a provocative, darkly comedic exploration of identity and excess. American Psycho is a compelling, unforgettable film that stands as a sharp, incisive critique of modern culture. Halloween * 1978 is a seminal horror classic that redefined the genre with its masterful suspense and chilling simplicity. Directed by John Carpenter, it introduces the iconic Michael Myers and features a standout performance by Jamie Lee Curtis. The film's haunting score, meticulous direction, and relentless tension make it an enduring and influential masterpiece. Halloween remains a quintessential example of effective, spine-tingling horror that continues to captivate and terrify audiences. Psycho, 1960, is an unparalleled masterpiece of suspense and psychological horror. Directed by Alfred Hitchcock, it redefined the genre with its innovative storytelling and shocking twists. Anthony Perkins delivers an iconic performance as Norman Bates, and the film's expert pacing and eerie score create a chilling atmosphere that lingers long after the credits roll. With its groundbreaking approach and unforgettable moments, Psycho remains a timeless classic that continues to influence and captivate audiences. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974, is a groundbreaking horror classic that redefined the genre with its raw intensity and unrelenting terror. The film's chilling atmosphere, gritty realism, and disturbing imagery create an unforgettable experience. With its minimalist approach and a terrifying performance by Gunnar Hansen as Leatherface, it remains a seminal work that continues to influence and captivate audiences. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a quintessential horror film that embodies pure, visceral fear. Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me is a mesmerizing and haunting prequel that deepens the enigmatic world of the series. Directed by David Lynch, the film explores the final days of Laura Palmer with Lynch's signature surrealism and striking visuals. Sheryl Lee's powerful performance as Laura is both heartbreaking and captivating, while the film's dreamlike narrative and eerie atmosphere make it a compelling and essential piece of the Twin Peaks universe. It's a bold and unforgettable journey into darkness that enriches the series' mystique. The Thing, 1982, is a masterclass in horror and suspense, directed by John Carpenter. With its groundbreaking practical effects and claustrophobic tension, the film delivers relentless scares and an atmosphere of paranoia that keeps you on edge. Kurt Russell's commanding performance as the protagonist adds depth to the intense narrative. The Thing is a chilling, visually stunning classic that remains a high watermark in the genre and continues to captivate audiences with its haunting, enigmatic story. Scream, 1996, is a groundbreaking slasher film that revitalized the genre with its clever blend of horror and self-aware humor. The film skillfully balances suspense and satire, offering both genuine scares and sharp commentary on horror tropes. With its iconic Ghostface mask, a witty script, and standout performances from Neve Campbell and a talented cast, Scream is an exhilarating, genre-defining classic that remains as fresh and entertaining today as it was upon its release. Jaws is a cinematic triumph that set the standard for suspenseful storytelling and has captivated audiences since its release. The film combines a gripping story with masterful direction and unforgettable performances, particularly by Roy Scheider. The tension is palpable, and the suspense is expertly built, making the great white shark one of the most iconic villains in film history. Jaws is a flawless blend of thrills and craftsmanship, remaining a timeless classic that continues to influence and entertain. The Silence of the Lambs is a cinematic triumph that stands as a cornerstone of psychological thrillers. It features iconic performances by Jodie Foster as the determined Clarice Starling and Anthony Hopkins as the enigmatic Hannibal Lecter. The film's masterful blend of suspense, chilling atmosphere, and complex characters makes it an enduring classic. With its gripping story and unforgettable dialogue, The Silence of the Lambs remains a definitive and compelling exploration of the darkest corners of the human psyche. The Shining is, in my opinion, the greatest horror film of all time due to its unparalleled atmosphere, psychological depth, and cinematic innovation. Directed by Stanley Kubrick, the film masterfully combines Jack Nicholson's haunting performance with eerie visuals and a chilling score to create a transcendent sense of dread. Its intricate exploration of isolation, madness, and the supernatural, along with Kubrick's meticulous craftsmanship, solidifies The Shining as an enduring and definitive work in horror cinema.